back to the show again this week, guys, and I hope you enjoy it. It should be a good one. We got a lot of things in store for you tonight. And first of all, let's talk about our weeks, guys. Big E, how'd you do, buddy?
Given injuries, I believe I've done pretty good. Went 1-1 this week. No Sean Marino would have stayed healthy. Possibly would have went, 2-0, but hey, that's the way it plays out. So
that's right. How about you, Tiger?
Did fairly well, 2-1. I was 3 points away from being 3-0. Dwayne Allen didn't even get a catch, so he threw up a big 0. So almost beat Jeremy, but I'll take 2-1.
All right. How about you, Long Dog? Give me that bark! There you go. There you go. First place in the Tall Boy Up League.
I mean, would you expect anything else?
I'll tell you, can you believe it?
What? Yeah, actually.
Can y'all believe it?
No.
Okay. Well, how'd you do?
I went 2-1 as well. Of
Yeah.
course, W in the Tall Boy League and another W. And 2-1, 2-0 in 2 leagues and 0-2 in 1 league. So
Yeah.
we got to get something going in that one.
You will. It's like I had a bad week this week myself. I went 2-3 and had one league. I had AJ Green, Jamal Charles, and Kendall Wright. All 3 go out in the first quarter. So you know what I did after that? I think the one thing left to do.
Tall Boy Up.
It's time to tall boy up and let the tailgate stale. That's exactly what time it is.
Hey, I'm with you.
Well, anyway, let's move on into the show. Tiger, give me your bust of the week.
All right. Well, it's going to be a tie this week between Jamal Charles and Matt Forte. Jamal Charles, for the 2nd week in a row, threw up a dud. Although he did get hurt, he only threw up about, for the 2 weeks, he's thrown up 7.1 points total, which isn't good. He's got the sprained ankle. He's questionable for this week. Hopefully he plays, maybe not. And Matt Forte, I know I was depending on him on Monday night. I know a few other people were.
I had him as well.
He did nothing. He got, if it wasn't for the 5 catches in our PPR, he would have thrown up like 3 points. He had 5 catches for 15 yards. That's terrible. And 23 yards rushing. So it's a tie between them 2. They both stunk it up.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Law, I think you got us a team that might have laid an egg this week.
Little bro, I'm sorry, but you went from first to worst. You put up a pitiful 66 points this week. After last week, you were the leading scorer in the league with 147 points. I hate to do it, but you definitely stunk it up this week. Of course, you were hurt by Matt Ryan, 3 interceptions. He didn't do very well for you. And as Pat just said, you had Jamal Charles with a one point this week. So that's my shit team of the week, I guess you could say.
He laid mucho egg.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, anyway, give me a hot player.
Well, after a few days of studying, I went with my man Jordy Nelson. 9 catches, 209 yards, including a 80-yard touchdown. White boy can run.
Yes, he can.
He's got some wheels on him.
He was my savior this week.
Yeah.
Put me above and beyond.
You got anything to say about Jordy?
No, he's a good player.
He is a great player.
Can't disagree with that.
Exactly. Well, I guess everybody's wanting to know where Smash is at tonight. He's at the corporate office up at the Fancy Football location up in Ohio, and we'll be streaming live with him when we come back after this commercial break. See you in a few.
I'm here, Swag. I'm on location this week. Had a real busy week, and Swag sent me on location, so I'm going to do a few things for you this week. One of the hottest players this week was Darren Sproles last night. And, he went for 152 receiving yards on 7 catches. He had 26 yards rushing and a touchdown. One of his best performances, I'd say, of his career. And that's one of the hottest players, I think, going right now. He's one that you need to watch for the rest of the season because he's going to probably put up a lot of catches, which is good for PPR players, and usually he gets in the end zone a lot. So that's my hot player this week. And now I want to pick one of the biggest losers in the All Rowdy Friends League. And Swag, I hate to do this to you. You had a rough week with injuries got you with Jamal Charles, A.J. Green. Matt Ryan put a goose egg up for you this week, but you only had 76 points, and that's pretty bad in a fantasy league with the number of players you got. So just want to touch base with a few things this week. Hope to be back in the studio next week, and we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
That was a great report, and let's just move right on back into our Coors Light Move of the Week. And I'm going to let Mr. E take care of that one. The Big E, he's got the floor.
This week's Coors Light Move of the Week is going to go to Great White Hype. Hype dropped an injured Kansas City defense who was fortunate enough to muster up 3 fantasy points. He added the Washington Redskins, where after losing their starting quarterback, stepped up the gameplay and ended up coming out with 10 sacks for 18 fantasy points. If White Hype hadn't made this move,
Took him to victory.
he would have lost the Coors Light Game of the Week. So this was a big win for Great White Hype. Congratulations on your 2-0 victory.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go right back to another commercial break, and we're going to be back with Agree to Disagree.
7 married 3.
7 married 3.
Hey folks, this week's Agree to Disagree. Me and this guy here, we're going to talk about Sean McCoy and Darren Sproles and which one's going to make the biggest impact for the Philadelphia Eagles. What do you think?
I'm definitely going with Sean McCoy. He's a workhorse there.
Well, I guess he is when it comes to running the ball, but what about catching?
He can do it too.
He can do it too. Listen, let me tell you something. Darren Sproles, with age comes experience, okay, ladies and gentlemen. He had 152 receiving yards in Monday Night Football. And a win, a big win at Indianapolis. Come on.
This was the best game of his career. The best, hands down.
Listen,
Never done this before.
he's been having games like this for years, man. He's a veteran.
152 yards every week.
This is receiving yards. This
Not
ain't even
even-
called rushing. He had a rushing
First time
touchdown.
ever against.
Listen, truth of the matter is, the impact is being made by Sproles, and it's only helping McCoy. It's opening the field up. They're having to respect the receiving game for the running backs. Listen, that's
Sounds
lethal
like
for
you agree
defense.
with me now.
No, I'm saying he's making the biggest impact. He's helping you is what he's doing.
He is.
That's all.
He definitely makes them better. He's going to be fresher at fourth quarter. He's going to score more points. He's going to get more yards.
Listen, he's only helping. He's taking some hits for McCoy. McCoy
Good.
ain't good. Why don't you get up like the daggone A-star running back that McCoy thinks he is and get out there and run the ball all by himself? They wouldn't even come close to winning the ball game Monday night.
That's what they've been doing.
And they wouldn't have come close to winning the ball game Monday
And
night.
Riley would have scored more points.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is about all the time we've had for this mess. It's pretty obvious that, McCoy and Sproles are going to work off each other. Who's going to have the biggest impact? It's probably going to be Sproles. This man here thinks McCoy. I guess time will tell. Back to our rowdy friends.
Welcome back to the show, folks. I tell you, I've had a good time this evening. I hope you guys have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's always
Love
fun
this
to get
show.
together again. But anyway, I'm going to do the Coors Light Game of the Week. Last week I did the Tall Boy Up League. This week I'm going to do the All My Rowdy Friends. And I can't think of but 2 people that deserve to be the Coors Light Game of the Week.
Who you got?
I got Lee Hendricks and Steve Yates. Their team names are Talk Shit and Get Hit versus Frog Wings. And just because Lee's my boss, that's not the reason why I'm going for Froggy. I think Froggy's going to leapfrog at Steve Yates and take it right to the end zone and come away with a victory. I'm going with you, Froggy. What do you guys think?
Hey, I think I'm agreeing.
All right.
Good pick.
Good pick, all right. Okay.
All right. All us here at Call Up Crew. Shane McCoy. See you next time.